So in today's video I was showing the best event here to do if you're free to play, right? Because obviously being free to play, or if you're just starting the game, now for example during anniversary, there's obviously a lot to take in, right? Obviously you got all these new units to summon for, trying out PvP for the first time. It's not going to be very easy, or, just clearing the event, right? Because obviously we have heaps of story to do here. I'll just quickly put up story mode here, just quickly show a quick example. So you got all these stages here, there's plenty of stuff to do, right? But obviously the hardest part about being new to the game or free to play is, characters, right? Obviously, getting characters is probably one of the hardest things to do in terms of good characters, but at least decent enough characters to take on story mode at least, So, the best event, I'd say probably, I don't know if I'd say Legends History, but if you're free to play, this is probably one of the biggest events you could do. And it's really simple, right? So, it's this new event here called Hazard, what's it called? Hazard Operations? Yeah, Hazard Operation. So, when you look at it, it doesn't seem like too much. There isn't a lot of CC. That's not the big issue I'm talking. Well, not the big topic I'm talking about here. It's the rewards you get, right? So you have this daily once a day thing. I think you get a few hundred CC. We'll just quickly do this. A few hundred tickets here. We'll skip ticket here. It doesn't matter what team you use, stuff like that. It's pretty easy to do. Obviously, you need to have some characters here that do have a bit of HP and that they can do it. So you get 500 of these tickets per day, right? And then you can also just farm up. I think I got roughly 900 doing this one, when I quickly just farmed some tickets up. And the reason we want these tickets are in the exchange shop here, right? Now, as you can see here, these are currently, they're not all the free-to-play characters in the game, but it's like 99% of them. I think the only one we're missing here, free-to-play-wise, is Kakarot, which is a bit weird, right? So, as you can see here, we have all these. We have Ultra Z Power for Omega Shenron, Vegeta, and Goku here. I personally think getting Goku done first, if you're free to play, is a really good idea, just because I think we could see a plat equipment for him or a possible Zenkai coming soon, just because of the way they've been hinting it during like social media posts, stuff like that, especially in the reveals and stuff, or the Legends information video. He was the headliner they showed. Could mean nothing, but at the same time I'd rather be prepared for something if it does happen. So we have all these units here. As you can see, there's plenty of free to play characters here. All of these you can get with tickets, right? And all these you can get up to max stars, right? So obviously max stars, if you're new to the game, is obviously what I aim for. Gives the most stats, stuff like that. So as you can see, there is plenty to get. Like I said, I think it is basically all of them. You have even all the old Legends Road characters, which some of these do have Zenkais for. Most of them do, actually. Most of these have Zenkais, and obviously Zenkais give more of a stat boost, can help out a lot more, right? These EX units, I wouldn't worry about too much unless you've got all these other sparkings done, right? So I guess the other big thing I should talk about first is which ones to get done first. Because obviously there's a lot here to do. A lot of these characters here to do. And you need like a lot of tickets. Like you need, so I don't even know how many you roughly need. But you need lots of them, right? This event obviously does have for quite a while. As you can see, the end time is the 30th of the 7th. So the 7th month. So there's plenty of time, right? There's no real rush to get this done. But if you're new to the game, I think doing this gives you a really good head start. So I would say a good one to go with first is probably going to be Fusion. So obviously Fusion want this Vegeta here, which if I remember correctly does give a pretty good boost here. He does have a Zenkai as well, so it does help out a bit more. So as you can see on the Z ability there, obviously helps out Fusion. And then the Zenkai ability as well, Red Fusion. So there's a few units there you could run. For example, you could use this to help buff Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, right, which is on the new banner. So that's what I mean, like even though this unit is free to play, you're not, like I said, you're not probably going to see this unit in PvP and that as such. But if you're new to the game, this Vegeta is going to help out quite a fair bit with, on your bench, right? Obviously, you're not going to use him in battle, but he'll help out your other units, right? Now, there probably is other units here that I think are probably a must. Like, if I remember correctly, this Goku here can be definitely very good. I think he buffs Saiyans, if I remember correctly. So Saiyan or event exclusive, just worry about the Saiyan part. Okay, this part here is definitely a bit of a, not the best there, as you can see, Element Blue and Frieza Saga, so not the best there. I mean, he could be good if the Blue LF Saiyan Saga, not Saiyan Saga, what was I looking for? Getting mixed up now, who was it? Frieza Saga, that's the one. Yeah, that Frieza Saga Dynamic Goku, he could get a Zenkai soon, so that Goku could be good for him, but at the moment, probably not. What other ones here do we have that really stick out? What is this Goku? Does he have a good ability here? Let's have a quick look. See, as you can see, he doesn't have a Zenkai. Saga from the movie. So he could be very good, because I think Saga from the movies could happen very soon. Maybe part 2 we get movies like Super Gogeta or something like that, so he could be a good boost, depending. But yet again, he has to be, yeah, Saga for the movies. Because like I said, you're not really going to run an event exclusive team. So that pass on is going to help out a lot. Like I said, some of these are a bit of a hit and miss. You know, some of these are like a must-have. Some of them it's like, yeah, you can get later sort of thing. You know, like this one here. May not seem like a big deal here, 20%, but it's for God Key. Obviously, God Key you're going to use if you get MUI Goku, for example, if you get him. Or also, Blue Vegeta as well. He's going to have out quite a fair bit. Who else do we have here? Does Gogeta do Fusion? I think he would. Yeah, Fusion War again. So, yet again, you can run him and Vegeta on bench to help out. You know, like I said, some of these, they don't seem like a big deal if you're free to play, if you verse people that have played the game for a while. But these little bits of boost can definitely help out in the long run. Especially with, like, you know, once you start something more, you're going to get more characters to replace these with. But for now, this is such a good, like, I guess you can say, like, base thing to start with. Like, a good base to work on. Does Kefla do, you know, a Survival Saga or something? Maybe. Universe Rep, so there you go again, another good buff. So, like I said, like, you might have to go through some of these, because obviously it depends on, you know, what characters you do pull, and what teams you sort of run for. But most of these units here, you can obviously use in PvP as a bench unit. Don't run them in actual, an actual fight. I mean, you could for, like, events and story mode and that's fine. But for PvP, probably not, just use them as a bench. What's this Goku? Does he does like Saiyan or something? Or is this Saga from the movies? So yet again, Saga from the movies. So I'd probably focus on units here. If I had to quickly select most of them. Like, I've gone through pretty much all of them that I think are really good. This Goku should be good as well, if I remember correctly. He was actually good anyway regardless. So tag Future. So his Z ability isn't quite the best. And he does his Sun Family as well, so Sun Family can help out. But he was actually really good in PvP when he actually first released as a free-to-play unit, so he could still be half decent as a free-to-play unit. Like, he might be able to help out to get to like battle rank 10 or 20 in PvP, but I probably wouldn't push him past that, because yeah, I think he probably could get cooked. What's his stats like? Yeah, he'd get cooked. So I'd probably use him for a little bit, but I wouldn't use him all the way. These Ultra characters, what are their stats like? I mean, they're not bad. You could, I think you could use some of these Ultra units here a fair bit in PvP. Like I said, probably up to like battle rank 10 or 20. And then I'd probably stop and try and use another team. But I think they can still definitely help out, because they just still have like decent stats. It's just not as good as I'd hope for. But like I said, I do think this Namek Goku here, Super Saiyan Goku, could get a Zenkai soon, or a Plat Equipment. I think a Plat Equipment's more likely to happen. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to do this video just to quickly make sure for all the new players or free-to-play players. I mean, you don't have to be free-to-play. You know, I've actually missed out on a few of these units I had to pick up the last bit of Z-Power for. This is a very helpful shop, but like I said, I think for free-to-play players, this is a must-do sort of thing, because this will help out in the long run as well for like a good base to sort of start your account on. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. If you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you as I win the next one.